We really want to watch for people that are highly engaged in the business. So, for example, if we're looking at a department meeting we would see if technicians were sitting in the back on their phone, they're not engaged. So we as a leadership team would make sure that we would go through and engage everyone in our business. We'd be concerned if people were sitting in the back not participating with the team, because that would be an indication that something was wrong. So a good leader would watch that and make sure that that's happening all the time. We would do a lot of other things as well to make sure that our leaders were doing good things. We did a lot of things to build camaraderie as a leadership team. So we did, for example, ropes courses, or we would actually occasionally go up to Park City and we do hard things together. And we got really, really close. The other thing to remember is team number one is the team that is on your level. So if you have multiple GMs, those would be team number one. You need to have their backs more than anyone else. Your second team is the team that you led. But if the two GMs or the two service managers who are team one didn't have each other's backs, how do you expect the technicians from one department to have the backs of somebody else?
That's tough because for the technicians, and I've coached hundreds of companies where I've seen this, the technicians don't know where to go. Who does the loyalty go to?
That's really important. You got to get team one on the same page. You have to make it happen. Yeah. If you don't make it happen, then businesses cannot grow to $450 million like AnyHour has.
Right.
So there's a lot of other things that we would look at, though. When we need to announce something difficult, like maybe PTO is changing or maybe pay is changing or whatever it may be, a good leader will make sure that they talk to the squeaky wheels, the influencers first, get their buy-in, and then announce it to the rest of the department. It becomes a lot easier. But if the squeaky wheels first hear about it in a department meeting, good luck getting that change to happen. So we spent a lot of time before meetings or with other leaders building relationships, focusing on announcements and whatever it may be to get buy-in and then announce it to everybody else.
Okay, I have two questions for you. What happens when you have an employee that is an influencer in the business, but is not aligned with the company values, and other technicians look up to them or other employees look up to them, but management doesn't think they're the right fit?
So we definitely were slow to hire and slow to fire. We had a lot of loyalty to our people. And there are reasons for why a squeaky wheel or an influencer doesn't have buy-in. And as a leader, you have a responsibility to get their buy-in. And so we would spend a lot of time and effort trying to help them to get bought in. Very rarely did we actually have to let people go. And again, the reason for that is there's so much human capital, so much training that is put into these people. We don't want to lose that. We know they were good at one point, so let's get them good again, so to speak. And so by working together as a team and developing those rapport opportunities, we're able to really help them. Like leaders, every single week, they needed to meet one-on-one with their employee. And the purpose of a one-on-one, the number one reason for a one-on-one is to retain. Number two is to train them on other things that they need to be doing in the business. Retain. That's really important for a one-on-one. Plus they had department meetings as well.
I'll tell you, normal trades companies think about one-on-one. I don't think that they have retain as the precursor or undercurrent of the one-on-one. And that is a really unique, that's the first time I'm hearing of it. It makes total sense, but that's a really unique perspective.
Think about it. If you are training your leaders on books like How to Win Friends and Influence People to learn how to communicate, then you're learning the color code, and then you're doing one-on-ones, and then you're doing department trainings, and then you're meeting with your influencers on difficult things that need to be changed in the business. You're going to see retention go through the roof. You're going to see your leadership team grow together and bring all of the people that report to them with you. That's why AnyHour became AnyHour. AnyHour has spent so much time and focus and energy on developing people, and it starts at the very top. Wyatt Hepworth would read lots of books. He was always self-reflecting. Jeremy, myself, Dustin Van Orman, and many others were always doing the same thing as well. We were not too big for the job. We wanted to make sure that we worked together. We were servant leaders for each other, not just for team two, but also for team one as well.